Hey ninjas, Ryzen here, and welcome back to a new series of where I make V-Roy 3D models, which will be, anime-like. So anyway, we are gonna start things off strong, and the model we'll be making today will be Koishi. It's a she's an anime character, not an anime character, I'd say a character. So I'd say she's an anime. But anyway, she's from Touhou Projects, alright? So you guys can look her up. Touhou Projects. So what does she look like? Alright? So anyway, um, for today's for today's tutorial, we'll be focusing on the eyes. Alright? So for the eyes, we're gonna be using for actually the whole 3D modeling thing, or should I say customizing, we'll be using a software called V-Roy Studio. Alright, it's a free software which anyone can use, and you just go over to V-Roy main website and just hit download whichever platform you're in. After downloading, you wanna open up. Okay, I was kind of testing something out before I started things off. Yeah. Let me reopen. Okay. All right, when you open the software, you're gonna see this, you know, layout. These two are previous models I made before, so we are gonna be creating a new model this time. So since we're going for a 3D female character, we are gonna choose feminine. All right. Just let it load for a while. All right. Now that it's open, we are gonna go ahead and first I'm gonna introduce you to a few of the controls down there. Let the model load up first. Should open up now. Any moment. Alright, here we are. Now you can zoom in and out with the scroll wheel and then pan around by holding down the shift button and holding down the middle mouse button as well, and move your mouse like this to move in XY directions, and then for viewing it in all three axes you use press down the right mouse button. Alright, pretty simple stuff. Now let's get down to business and start making the textures. Now, for making the textures, you wanna head over to irises, which is the third one. And when you go over here, okay, before we go on with the iris customization, you might wanna remove the highlight. You see the dots here? We're gonna make our own later on, so we are gonna go ahead and remove it. So these are the set of you know highlights you can choose if you want, but we are gonna go with the all right. We remove the highlights. Now we head over to irises custom and create new. Okay, and you'll see this thing right here, and I'm just gonna rename it Koichi. Name of Koichi, right? Or Koishi. Let me see. Koshi. My bad. All right. Hit OK. All right. Edit texture. Now you'll see this interface. Now you won't be bothering too much over editing over here, because you can actually do a lot of stuff in a different software called Photoshop. And if you don't have Photoshop, that's all right. You can use any similar software. So yeah, I mean, I can come up with a different tutorial on a different free software you can use. For now, I'm gonna show you guys how to do it in Photoshop, because there are multiple things you can do with it. So we're gonna drag and drop the file. As you can see, I already made one, the eyes, just to test out before I make this video, so that I am prepared and stuff. So here you'll see a lot of things you can do. All right. By default, it will be in Move tool. All right. So first and foremost, you wanna get familiar with the interface here. All right. So these are the layers you see on the bottom right corner. You can add new layers. It's like stacking of one piece of material over the other. You can think of that like that, and we are just gonna create as many layers as we want for our purpose. All right, pretty simple stuff. All right, now we can head on over to our brush tool, which we'll be using. So click on brush tool and this one. All right, so you'll see on the top panel over here, you'll see there's a mirror option right here. It's called set symmetry. When you click here, you'll have the option of either choosing vertical or horizontal. For the purpose of making the irises customization, we'll be choosing vertical. What basically it does is that it creates a mirror. This is the mirror, okay? And we can move it around if we want, but since it's already in symmetry, it's totally fine. Now we click on the brush tool again. Now see the magic. Choose any color, and I'm just gonna show it. You see, if I draw on the left eye, the right eye gets affected, okay, by the same color. That's that's the job. All right, that's basically it. All right. Now, as for the textures, we are not sure which textures we are gonna use, right? So we are gonna use another website called Pixel. Just type Pixel in Google and you'll get it. Basically, this one is for pixel editing, mostly used for making 2D sprites. But we are not making 2D sprites here. We are actually making a 3D model. So why we are using it? Well, we need a color picker. I mean, you could drag and drop the image and use a different software for color picking, but I'm using this, so it doesn't really matter. So this is the color picker option. Press O. Either way, it's fine. You just choose it and select it, and then click on this panel or color palette, you'd say, and copy this color code after the hashtag. Okay. So just double click it and it will automatically highlight. And then after that, head over not to Vroid, but to Photoshop. All right. Now we are going to be making things in Photoshop. Okay. The problem with Vroid is that there are few limitations as to how much we can do things. I mean, you can do it in Vroid as well. I mean, I'm not a veteran at Vroid just yet, so I prefer Photoshop. So just copy paste this one. Boom. All right. Now this is the base. Okay, we are coloring the base. Now it might seem like the base is actually light green, but it's actually dark green. If you see, the light green is actually a highlight on top of it. Yeah. So with enough practice, you'll get to understand. I mean, it's up to you. You can make it light, make it pretty, but hey, it doesn't really matter. Now you see the brush size is pretty small right now. We don't want to make it big. So to make it big, head over here where it says 12 by default. We can increase the brush size. Alright? And this is the hardness. What this does is basically hardness means how much either soft or non-soft your brush is. So since at a 0, you'll see the strokes are very soft, right? Now, if I make it hard all the way, see it's totally bland, right? So we are gonna color the stuff like so. Okay, This is proving a little bit troublesome. Maybe lower the size a little bit too. Doesn't have to be maximum. Just want to have the base. Alright, the base is done. Phew. That's one step completed. Now let's move on to the next step. That is, you know, coloring the highlights pupil. Okay. So create a new layer. Name it pupil. Don't worry, we can arrange the layers pretty. So let's go ahead and pick out the color. It's definitely yellow color, right? So yeah, Ah, copy it. So here, boom. All right. Now it's totally round, and we are gonna use. Well, it doesn't really matter. A soft round will work too. Okay. Or maybe we should go with hard, honestly. All right. Even those things affect you. Okay. Keep in mind. Hmm. Doesn't that seem a little bit too quick? Yeah, it seems a bit too good. I think this is fine. Or should I make it a little bit more roundy? Yeah, sure. Why not? More roundness would be fine. Now you see some rough edges, so get rid of that with the eraser tool. I'm drawing this with a mouse, okay? I don't have a touchpad, helps me, so can't afford it. I'm gonna have to make it slow. I mean, this is fine, right? This is totally fine. Or maybe you know what? Let's make it light green. You know, otherwise it will look a little bit too blunt. So I choose the light green and use the paint bucket tool. I got it. Choose the base layer, okay? Remember that each layer is independent of the others. So, what the? I can't actually do this. Weird. Okay, I think the quick selection works. You're right. The quick selection works. Let me just try and see if that works. No, doesn't. My bad. I mean, this is fine. Okay. The way it is now, I think it's fine. So, yeah. I don't know why it's not working, but hey, let's make it green. Make it a little bit pretty. Eraser. And my bad. Let's leave it like this. Yeah. We can change it later on if we want, just selecting the layer, right? Now, let's move on with the highlights, okay? Now, the type of highlights I like to do is, first, let's create highlights. Okay. Now, I kind of forgot what I used. Let me just check. Okay, the lower base should be colored. Select the base. You see this? There's some curvy thing going on around the pupil. We're gonna do that. Doesn't seem fine, does it? Let's select a soft tone, right? Seems a little bit prettier. I hope so. Okay, now let's see what else. All right, now let's go ahead and add a little bit of shade on the top. Okay, so select this one, color this, copy, paste that, like so, and we're gonna move on to a different layer. Let's see, let's name it design, okay? We're not gonna do the highlight. Design, ah, sheet, my bad. I think this one should be a little bit down. So we'll just drag it like here. So what this will do is the design layer will be below the pupil. So we can draw it like this, okay? Simple stuff. Let's see. I hope I'm doing this right. Yeah, does this look fine? I sure hope so. Alright, let me see what else is there. Okay, okay. Um, let's add a little bit of depth around your part, okay? Maybe pick a of light shade of yellow. We can go crazy with our creativity. So just uh, you. Okay. Now I think that's it for the design part. Now we can move on with the highlight, which is the most fun part. So I'm gonna go ahead and create new layer, highlights. Okay, we are in this new layer. Now new stuff will take place. So we are gonna go ahead. I swear I keep doing the wrong one. Let's see. Now there is a trick to actually doing the highlights, which I learned this recently, and that is you selected the thing, right? We're gonna try and select a much lighter one, very light one, color it like this. Okay, don't worry, we're gonna add more depth to it. All right, we have done that, right? Now we're gonna go ahead and you see that there are two boxes, right? One is a green one, which we colored just now, and the other one is white. Okay, keep that in mind. All right. Now the magic takes place pretty soon. Okay. Now we want to mix and match this color right here with the background. So we are gonna go ahead and blur, Gaussian blur. Just to blend stuff in with the background. Don't make it too blurry or else it will, totally disappear, right? All right, this much is fine. Now, okay, head on over to, hmm, let's see. There was this option right there. Let me just check. Okay, okay, I got it. You see the modes right here, right? We're gonna change it to color dodge. So what this will do is basically dodge colors. That's what it does. Here it is, color dodge. Okay. Now select white color and Wait a minute. Am I choosing the soft round brush? Right. I am. Good. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and multi-select. Select over here as well because, doesn't happen both ways. That's the thing, right? Now we're gonna go ahead and try to erase stuff. So just, erase it like this. The problem with this method is that you need to do it on both sides individually. But that's fine. That's just some small effort, I guess. I don't think that should be a big deal. Or maybe we can go ahead, pick this color, okay, and choose the brush tool and size a little bit lower. No? Ah, my bad. Guess that doesn't work, huh? Because of the color dodge? I get it. I totally get it. Let me just check. Okay, I guess we need to erase it. No. Okay, we should, blur the thing out because wait a minute, that didn't work. Blur Gaussian surface, Gaussian blur, right? A little bit. No. Okay, this much is fine, right? This much is fine, right? Yeah, this much is fine. All right. Now we are gonna go ahead and do some erasing. I think that's what we need to do because we need to separate the highlights a little bit. Let's choose the eraser tool. All right, and the eraser tool. It's not doing so well. Oh, let's see. Pressure size maybe? No, that's too much. That erases way too much, honestly. Or maybe we can create yet another layer. Highlights one and just draw over it with a brush tool. Okay, so I'm gonna select this like this. What the? Why is it? I have no idea why that's going on. Is it like, okay, I get it now. Okay, what do you wanna do? The thing about these two I talked about, the green and the white, you're gonna keep that in mind. Select that in lasso tool, in the highlights, of course, alright? So, wait a minute. Okay, highlights, lasso tool, quick selection, boom, alright? Choose the brush tool. No, wrong color. Select the color again, I guess. Why is it not doing it again? That's weird. Oh, it's probably because it's in color dodge. Right. Just, erase it like this. Just to make it a little bit more pretty. Alright. Okay. You see that? Looks better, doesn't it? Alright. Okay, I don't know why I talked about these two things. I did use it once. However, it's not working at the moment. Huh. Well, my bad. But let's go ahead and move on with the other stuff. So as you can see, this one is yellow, right? We're gonna create yellow highlights. So let's go ahead and create those. Head over to highlights 1 and select the color. Boom. Okay. Why am I quick selecting? My bad. Let's go ahead and choose the brush tool. Okay, now here's where you need to disable the mirror tool because we are gonna do it on the same side. So do it like this and maybe a little bit like this. All right, and over here as well because otherwise it will show up over here instead of there. I think. Do I make it the same size? I don't think that matters, but hey. Alright, pupil, I think we should make it a little bit yellow. A little bit more. A little bit more depth, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Like, color it like this. That doesn't work. Okay, let's try something else. Like, let's try difference and see what happens. Nah, that doesn't work either. Wait, the difference is this? That's what the difference looks like? Okay, that's a totally different color. Don't like that. Hard light. We might want to go for a darker shade. Maybe a little bit more dark. Just to add in a little bit of things. Alright, I forgot the symmetry. Put it on. Choose the brush tool again. Maybe we ought to erase this one. Okay. Doesn't look good. Alright, maybe we should add a little bit of highlights over in this area. Just to make it a little bit more better. So let's go with a yellow highlight. Choose something. Don't worry, I'm gonna have a have the files ready on the description so you guys can check it out for reference. Of course, might want to encourage you guys to try it out on yourself. All right, now it looks a little bit too bland, but maybe we should make it a little bit blurry so that it blends out. So Gaussian blur again. It's too blurry. It's because I did it in the highlights, that's why. Okay. Okay. Let's do it in this highlight actually. I mean, that would make more sense. Just a little bit of sparkles here and there, you know. Wait a minute. Okay. You see the problem right there? See? If I color it over there, it colors over there. That's why for highlights, I would highly encourage you to turn off the symmetry. You'll have to do it individually. That's just a small effort you can put on, hopefully. Or can you not? I'm sure you can. Anyway, boom. Yeah, it looks prettier, right? Pretty eyes. I wish I had that IRL, but hey. Let's see. We wanna erase or maybe color this one thing. This part looks a bit bland, so yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and color pick it. Color pick this one. Choose the brush tool. It's already in brush tool. All right. Just to take care of these sides. Ah, what's going on? Forgot. Set it to normal. I don't think that's the right one. Is it over here? Yeah. Make sure to choose the correct layer, okay? Alright. Phew. I think that's it. Now let's go ahead and export it. Or we can save it as. Save as I2. Okay. Now I made one before. I'm gonna link the other one as well in the description. Why not? So quick export as PNG. And this will be I2. Alright. Pretty good stuff. Now let's go ahead and check it out. Now, after editing it in Photoshop, you wanna head over to Vroid again after like so many minutes, and there is an import button. Okay, you see this image plus, click that, head over to the directory and choose the eye. Boom, and voila! Look at that, pretty neat, right? I'm gonna go ahead and choose this one as well, just to show you what I was working on before, what it was now. So I think this one looks a bit more prettier than what I made before. But yeah, I'll link both if you actually like this one. I mean, this is a different style. Maybe this pupil could have had more details, you know. But hey, it's for you guys to judge and decide. I'm gonna stick with this one. Alright. Let's look back over to this model. I mean, it's pretty close enough. Okay. Just needs to look pretty. That's all that matters. No. So anyway, that's it. Actually, you can go ahead and try to mess around things in Vroid, but I don't mostly use Vroid for texturing the eyes because you know there are very limited options. Blur opacity. I mean, you can do that and stuff like that, but you know there are variety of options with variety of brushes and tools like that. You know, very very more photoshoppy things we can do. So anyway, that's it, I guess. Let's go ahead and save it. Overwrite. Okay, no need to create a save item if you have already renamed and created a custom one. All right, otherwise it will just create another one of those. Okay, pretty cool stuff. So that's it, I guess. That's it for the tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one and followed through to the end. So yeah, I'm gonna continue with the series and show you guys how to create the anime hairstyle of Koshi, and as well as the dress. So yeah, depending on my mood, I'll be making either of those. So anyways, have a great journey during your Vroid learning experience, and good luck. All right. So see you guys next time. Bye bye.